How's it going? Dave from Comic Book Investments. So in this video, we are going to look at 5 keys that are dropping in price. Means they are going down, and we're going to deep dive into each one with some data to see maybe is this the bottom? Should you buy? Should you wait a little bit? Should it drop a little more, or is it going to turn around? We'll get into all that kind of stuff. So first, before I get into the videos, I have a question. I asked this on my last video, but I wasn't getting too many responses. So basically, I have a link in my description. If you buy anything on eBay, anything, it could be toilet paper. The link will link you to comics, but it could be anything. I end up getting a small percentage of that transaction. Now, I was thinking, I was like, well, someone just to do it is just going to do it out of the goodness of their heart. But I was like, well, what if I gave a reason to do it? And I was thinking, let me know if you like this idea, that everyone that uses the link, or just the whole channel in general, whenever you use the link, so anytime you want to buy anything, just click the link, buy your thing, and you're done. Even if you're doing auctions, you won the auction, click the link, buy the thing. And then I get a small percentage. I was thinking of pooling that money together, and then every so often when it hits a certain milestone, I will then basically use that money towards a book to do as a giveaway on my channel. Let me know if you guys like that idea. It literally costs you guys nothing. All you have to do is click the link. And I'm thinking maybe that's a cool way of basically, because I mean, you're basically just taking money away from eBay. So yeah, might as well do that. And then I can buy comics with that money and then, give it back to you guys out there on the channel. Now, it's not very much. I think when I announced it yesterday, I got like $1.92. So it's not very much. So it'll take a while, but I'm thinking maybe have a threshold around $100 to $250. So the more you guys use the link, the faster I get to that goal. And then I'll take that money out and then I'll use it on a book and then do it as a giveaway. So however fast it gets there, if it's a month, 3 months, 6 months, whatever it is, I can then do that. And then maybe like every so often I'll give an update of where the money is up to. I don't know. Let me know if you like that idea. Like I said, it costs no one anything. It's just every time you buy something, you use the link. I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool. If not, whatever. We'll see. All right, so let's get into the 5 comic books dropping. All right, the first one is Fantastic Four Annual number 6. Now, this is the first appearance of Annihilus and also Franklin Richards. Now, a 5.0 is down 36% from 500 back in May to 322. A 6.0 is down 30% from 710 to 500, and a 7.5 is down 21% from 975 now selling for 775. You can look up the graph. So this got a bunch of, hype from the comic boom. I mean, and then I was kind of surprised that it didn't really drop off too much. Now, it's the first appearance of Franklin Richards and Annihilus, but I'm trying to think why this book hasn't dropped. Because the interesting thing was, after the comic boom, yeah, it's dropped a lot, but not that much. Like from its highs, only around 30%. And the interesting thing is I had a bunch up. And when I checked one time, there was a ton more up. So I was thinking, I was like, well, there's definitely a ton of supply. I'm wondering why the price hasn't dropped so much. And they're still selling. Like, it's not like there's a ton up there and no one's buying any. So there's still multiple selling every single month. So it was very interesting to see that this book hasn't dropped more than I thought it would be. Because, I mean, let's be real. The Fantastic Four movie we're probably 2 to 3 years out from. And then on top of that, are they even going to use any of these characters? I don't really know. There's nothing on the forefront of any kind of TV or anything like that. So, it's just interesting to me that it hasn't dropped more. So it's kind of this kind of stabilized. We got Spider-Man 298. This is the first Todd McFarlane on Spider-Man. A 9.2 is down 54% from 270 to 123. A 9.6 is down 44% from 400 to 226. And a 9.8 once sold for $13.06 in April, now selling for $7.50, and it's down 43%. So this book obviously has taken quite a hit. Obviously, most of the highs were from when the comic boom, although we did have a 9.2 selling in September, so that would have been Venom 2. That's kind of why that was peaking at that point. And it's since dropped. You get this Spider-Man, you get, Todd McFarlane's classic, spaghetti web. That was cool. And it's so interesting. I never really noticed it before until like not recently, but like I remember looking back. You look at like Spider-Man before Todd McFarlane shows up. Now this Spider-Man, sometimes artists are required to draw very similar to the way the artist drew before. So this Spider-Man to me doesn't really look like full-fledged Todd McFarlane Spider-Man yet. It's not there yet. It's definitely different, but it's so crazy how different the previous artist Spider-Mans were to Todd McFarlane. Just like night and day. It's crazy to me. Like you just look at it, it's like wow. Like even in the panels, it's just like just night and day. It's crazy. No wonder he was like so popular, especially during like the 90s. Next up, we got Avengers 47. This is the first appearance of Dane Whitman, who later becomes the Black Knight. We got a 6.5 down 61% from 515 to 203, a 7.5 down 42% from 600 to 350, and then a 9 peaking at $1,200 in May, now selling for $700, down 42%. This is no surprise to me. Obviously, The Eternals was kind of a bust of a movie, like pretty much like a bomb. I think might have even lost money. I don't really know. If not, barely broke even. I don't think the Eternals are really coming back. If they are, they're just picking off certain characters that they like and bringing those certain characters. So, Black Knight, I'm probably going to come back most likely because he didn't get really a fair shot in the Eternals movie. But as far as the Eternals itself, I don't think they're really like as Eternals number 2. I don't think they're making it Eternals 2. It's just, even if it broke even, think about that. Imagine you're Marvel. Every movie you have makes billions of dollars, or hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, and is super profitable. And then you have a movie that breaks even. Like, why even try? And the reviews weren't that great. Everyone's like, eh. So it's like, no, Eternals is dead. It's done. And the book reflects that. As you can see, the price is dropping. So this one's interesting because I think people are still holding on hope that the Black Knight will return. There's no guarantee, but this book has hit way harder than Avengers 48, which hasn't really dropped too much. I mean, it's like kind of like up and down. You'll have 1 month where it's not very good, and then another month where it's like, oh, okay, it's kind of back up there. I actually still have my childhood Avengers 48. I got it back from CGC a couple of months ago because I like opened a box. Like, it's crazy. I was looking for my dad's catalog. He used to come out with a catalog before the internet. Yes, he would have a mail order catalog, and when he was doing the interview, I was looking for a catalog. I thought I had one when I was a kid, and instead I found a box of like a stack of comics like this much. Nothing really valuable in there except this Avengers 48. Came back in 92. I had it since I was a kid. 92. I took very good care of my comics, except Hulk 377. I remember I was very bummed. It's like that foil cover, I believe, and I was eating pancakes or waffles, and I got syrup all over it. Anyways, back to this book. Yeah, it's dropping. All right, next we got Turtles 4. A 9.4 is down 40% from 484 to 288. A 9.6 down 67% from 1200 back in 2020 to 396. A 9.8 is down from 2400 back in April to 840 now. That's down 65%. So yes, Turtles have been hit really, really hard. Like Raphael is just, it's like Eternals bad. Raphael number 1. Same with all the other Turtle stuff. The only one that's actually making a comeback now that I think is bottom out is Turtles 1. That is making a comeback, which makes me think that some of these other ones will be making a comeback soon. So I'm thinking we're nearing the bottom of the Turtles. Next, we got Walking Dead number 27. A 9.4 is down 61% from $251 to $99. A 9.6 is down 50% from $350 to $175. And a 9.8 is down 71% from $630 back in 2013 is when it peaked. Now selling for $181. You can look at that graph and you can see it's just, way up here when the show was popular and the books were popular, it's just slowly just inching its way down, 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 down over time. I can't believe that like a 9.8 of this First Governor is, like $180. That's crazy. I used to sell these books all the time. They were so popular. And now it's like, unless you have number 1, number 1's still good. Number 1, I believe is on my list of like heating up or something. it still sells for, I think almost record prices or close to record prices. Everything else, maybe 19 is not as bad, but everything else is just kind of going down, 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 down. All right, last one on my list, and this is going to be an update. I like to do an update from a previous couple months ago to see is it still dropping. And if you like this kind of stuff, hit that like button and subscribe. All right, update. New Mutants 87, this is first appearance of Cable. A 9.4 is up 7% from in February, averaging 199, currently averaging 213. A 9.6 is down 21%, averaging 328 in February, now currently averaging 260. And a 9.8 is down 6% from 619 in February, now averaging 580. So I don't think that this book is like, yeah, it might drop a little bit here and there. I think overall it's Cable. This is still a great book to have. Could have dropped a little more, sure, but it's Cable. He's had multiple series of his own. He was also in the Deadpool movie. Will he show up in the MCU again? I don't think so. I think they might be done with that character. But as far as being popular, yes, to me this is a buy. Like even if it dips for the next year and drops another like 10 or 20, 30% from where it is today, 10 years, you want to remember it. It'll be way much higher than it is today. That'll be it. Have a great day.